this is a structure, this is a pyramid, and it's quite possibly bigger than the pyramids out in Egypt. Hello again now people, what's good? It's me, it's Ted, it's another episode from Blunt Ted Talks. Now first of all, thank you very much for clicking on the video. And secondly, thank you very much to all the new subscribers that have come through since the start of the channel. It's been loads of you and it blows me away every time I see it. We're getting very close to 1100 now, so if you've not subscribed already, then please hit that button, hit the like button, hit the share button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. So this one is about the pyramids. So I've spent years, I wouldn't say studying, but watching videos, reading books, and yeah, guess you could say studying the pyramids. But not just the pyramids in Egypt and Giza, but there's another set of pyramids somewhere, which I'll go into shortly. So first of all, we've all been seeing everything all over the news. I say news in brackets because it's not really made the mainstream news too much. It's all on social media and this report and that report, and but it's out there. So we've seen these scans and we've seen the structures that are underneath the pyramids at Giza, and everybody's kind of discussing what they are and what they're for, and there's a few theories and some of them are wild. Like, I've seen everything from there's something caged down there, some massive thing that's still alive, and that's where they put it. I've seen giants built it, I've seen aliens built it, I've seen it all. But I have my own theory, and it could be right, it could be wrong. But I'm going to discuss it a little bit now. So we see the structures underneath the pyramids at Giza, and they're massive, and yeah, they kind of look like they could be a big battery or power station, and one theory is that it's some form of ancient electricity power station, that was going out and getting sent out from the pyramid and powering lots of different things. And so that's one theory, but there's another theory that's been knocking around for a while, not so much about the structures but about the use of the pyramids, and it's one that I've thought about for years and I've kind of looked into. And along my journey, many years ago, maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I discovered that in Bosnia there was a set of pyramids that had been found, and one of them in particular was the Pyramid of the Sun, I believe it was called. I think there was a moon pyramid and there was a sun pyramid, and I can't remember what else, but the Pyramid of the Sun was the important one. And so first of all, they had Bosnian army sitting kind of around the base of this structure that they claim was a hill. It's definitely not a pyramid. No chance, not a pyramid. It's definitely just a hill. But we're gonna have the military sitting there anyway. So obviously people had an idea, but kept it hidden for whatever reason. But as interest grew, there was a chap, I can't remember his name now, but he put himself out there and he said, this is a structure, this is a pyramid, and it's quite possibly bigger than the pyramids out in Egypt. And he was ridiculed for it, and I think he lost his job, and he could no longer do what he was doing. He was seen as a laughingstock. But the theory caught on and other people got involved, and some people went there and started to excavate it, and eventually they softened up a little bit and more people were allowed to go, and there was these projects. And I used to, many years ago, I was following this all on an old forum, I think it was called Godlike Productions, and the posts are probably still on there if you go and look for that. Bosnian Pyramids, Godlike Productions, probably still out there. I haven't looked for years, but there's videos on YouTube as well. So the more people went out there and excavated it, and it became quite a big project, and things were found, like massive stones were found, and kind of block work that just couldn't have been a natural thing. It had to have been man-made. But then things got deeper and they found a lake underneath there. And in this lake, they found like negative ions, which was, it's like the lake of life. It's got health-giving properties. It's not got positive ions, it's negative ions. It's good for the humans. So there's that. But then also another thing that they found was an energy beam coming from within. And one report that I read at the time said that, they found this energy beam coming from within, going up through the pyramid and out the top. But another report came in saying that the beam wasn't coming from within, going out. It was coming from space, going into the pyramid. Which one was true, I do not know. It's something I'd probably need to go and look into a little bit more and find out. But either way, very interesting. So what I think with the pyramids at Giza is, are the Bosnian Pyramids something that's still kind of working? A version of, what's out in Egypt? So if they were to go deep underneath these pyramids in Bosnia, would they find similar structures and similar things? Personally, I believe they would. Because where is this energy coming from, or where is it going to? And yeah, it's going out into space, but where's it going? There's other mad things with these Bosnian pyramids as well. I think the location of them, I think they are identical with the location of some pyramids on Mars, like kind of the coordinates match up identically. So it's all very interesting. But the fact it's been hidden for all these years, and there's pyramids all over the world. Let's not forget, it's not just Bosnia, they're everywhere. I believe there's one in England somewhere. They're everywhere, if you look into it. So, how many of these were finished or unfinished? How many of them may have these similar structures underneath? And what are they doing? What was the purpose? But yeah, the fact that these energy beams go out into space is incredible. And where are they going? We should follow this. So yeah, I think people aren't really discussing this possible connection, and people have got the theory that it's some kind of power station or battery or something, but they don't know what for, or if it's still working, which I guess it's not, because they haven't detected this energy beam coming out the top of this pyramid. But so if you look into it and you connect the two, what were they for? Were they a form of communication with something else out there? Were they a power station giving energy to the rest of the planet? Which is quite a hard one to believe, because if they're coming straight out, going up into space, which is obvious the way the pyramids are built and the capstones or whatever, and how are they then going sideways and powering other things on ground level, ground zero? I can't see it. So yeah, it's a strange one. And if anything else I've learned from these last few years, 2019, 2020, is anything's possible. One thing that did happen when we were all sitting at home for that year or two was a lot of governments, I think including the Americans, announced the possibility that aliens may exist. But because everyone was busy with that reason that we was all sitting at home, and other towers that were being put up, 5G or whatever. I don't like saying the words because of the algorithm, but everyone was preoccupied, and then also the case with EPSTEIN. I don't want to say the word again, but everyone was preoccupied, so it got rushed through. Nobody was really speaking about it. So yeah, what's going to happen? There's been lots of other crazy things. Like in this last few days, people have seen spirals in the sky, and that's been discussed, and it feels a little bit apocalyptic. I think they said the spirals may have been Elon Musk with firing his satellites out into space or whatever, but who knows, you know? So yeah, let me know, what do you think in the comments? Am I crazy? Are other people crazy? Am I sane? Let me know. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to call it a video. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said before, if you're not subscribed already, then please hit that button, hit the like button, hit the share button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this video and my opinion on everything. So yeah, that's it. It's been me, Ted. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all later.